Mankind has always faced change as the only constant, from the transition of animal power to the internal combustion engine, from trade by barter to paper money, from handwritten letters to phone conversations. New technology has always been very frightening to society. The fear surrounding what is to come with the technology known as AI has also stirred up modern-day Luddites. But new technologies always take time to gain acceptance or mass adoption. That new technology today is Web 3.0. It has become a buzzword for both the media and boardrooms all over the world. Web 3.0 has become a catchphrase that crypto geeks and venture capitalists herald as the new second coming. This is a broad term which is being used to redefine the internet without the need for large intermediaries, which have come to define the present-day internet. The future web, also known as Web 3.0, will be characterized by the absence of services such as Facebook, Twitter, and all the modern web services we use to search, discover, and communicate with one another. Web 3.0, also known as the decentralized web, is the third version of the internet. The privacy concerns which have arisen as a result of the centralized web systems we know today, such as Facebook and Google, has led to users and consumers to believe they have no control over their data and privacy because of the terms and conditions which have been set by the large tech behemoths which control the web of today. The decentralized web is a new type of internet system which will work to restore these privacy concerns and will provide a platform for users to regain control over their data. The decentralized web is composed of many smaller and more controlled systems, with new systems being created on an ongoing basis. There are also platforms such as Ethereum, which allow for the creation of decentralized apps in order to develop the future for internet users. A major difference between the centralized web we know today and the decentralized web is Web 3.0 presents itself as a solution, since it is a decentralized internet, and users have full ownership and control of their data. The technology promises to deliver a new and superior user experience with deep attachments to artificial intelligence. This technology takes a big leap from other sets of technologies as it uses machine learning, artificial intelligence, and the blockchain to enable real-time communication. Web 3.0 breaks from the old paradigm of permissioned systems, which rely on central authorities, to permissionless systems, in which central authorities do not get to select who has or gets access. And also, it does not require trust between two parties to conduct transactions, which means virtual transactions between two or more parties have no need for intermediaries. Decentralized finance, or DeFi for short, is a growing component of Web 3.0. This includes carrying out real-world transactions on the blockchain without the need for intermediaries, such as banks or government. Web 3.0 has key primary elements which distinguish it from any other piece of technology which has come before it. The first is that it is completely open and was created using open source technology in full view of the public, and developers have access to the source code. The second is that it is trustless, which is revolutionary in and of itself, as since the dawn of time trustless systems which existed could not be scaled infinitely between strangers. The third one is that it is a platform for tackling corruption on the web, such as phishing and malware, with exploitative data practices. Most users in the know will agree that because of the nature and power of the blockchain, it makes sense to point at Web 3 as far more secure, or with the architecture of security built into it. The fourth one is that it has a decentralized ledger, and this means that no single entity has control over any aspect of the network. The fifth is that it is permissionless. Anyone can participate without the need for an approval from any governing body or organizations. The sixth is that it will be ubiquitous and all-encompassing, as almost every device with a microchip will be connected, also known as the Internet of Things. You may be thinking, what's the difference between Web 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0? trust me, there is a whole lot of difference. Web 1.0 was read only, as it allowed people to read or place information on web pages to be read. Web 2.0 was a read-write web, as it allowed users not to just be passive consumers, but active creators of information. Web 3.0 is poised to be the read, write, and interact web within websites, apps, and 3D visual interface, such as the metaverse. During the Web 2.0 era was when many companies such as Uber, Facebook, and Airbnb, and other social media platforms developed. The first of the components which make Web 3 so powerful is the Ethereum blockchain. These are state machines distributed globally with peer-to-peer networks of nodes all connected in real time through the distributed ledger in the blockchain. Anyone in the world can access and write to these state machines securely with no oversight or permission, which leads to a foundation of a more equitable world through technology. Web 3 is one of the most important technologies for our future. As a human race and species, users on the web get to keep their privacy, less intrusions by hackers. Users get to keep their own data and find ways in which to create value from it. Imagine a world where you own your own Facebook and Instagram page and get to earn money directly from it without the need for third parties, and no contribution paid to the user for creating value for the centralized platforms. This promises for a greater and more financially inclusive future, as many people could earn a living based on their digital hobbies, such as posting on Instagram, and activities which were of no financial value to the user could or would be monetized effectively. The web is eventually going to be three-dimensional, in which users will interact with objects like they do in the physical world. This will help reduce distances between people, as they could meet virtually rather than physically for entertainment and a host of other purposes. This will lead to a gamified world in which game-like experiences will be the norm for every product or service, and also in the workplace. This is also known as the metaverse, or a true digital world in which every object in the physical world has a digital twin or mirror image, which could also be interacted with. The opportunities which such a world or future presents are enormous and also pose a lot of risks. Will people still want to travel if they can get a better, more engaging lifelike experience of their favorite city in the metaverse or in virtual reality? Will jobs in the metaverse pay more than in the real world? Will people still want to party and go to clubs if they could hang out with their favorite celebrity in the metaverse? A whole new world approaches before us in the distance. Web 3 is going to capitalize on distributed computing and create breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, leading to the web becoming a kind of virtual brain, with thousands and millions of devices acting like neurons in the brain, thereby creating next-level experiences for people in which people could be in relationships with virtual people, like in the movie Her by Scarlett Johansson, in which a man falls in love with an artificially intelligent or sentient being, which are also very capable of showing and having emotion and acting as companions for people. The lines will be blurred, as people will not be able in the virtual world or metaverse able to distinguish between a real human and computer. The truth is they might not even care. A whole new world awaits as we eagerly step into a new age of technology. 200 years ago, people would not be able to conceive of the idea of an iPhone. We may still be in the dark ages of computing, with more innovations coming to test our notions of being what it is to be human. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more delightful and informative videos.